You guys, the Oppo Find N2 Flip is here. I finally have it in hand. Good day, you beautiful people. Welcome to LAZADA's Tech, where we do tech in your life in style. Coming at you from my hotel in London. Well, let me show you something. The view, though. Coming at you from London at the global launch of the Oppo N2 Flip. I will tell you more about the launch a little later on. It's probably gonna be my vlog test. This is the phone that's been highly anticipated, and it's really called Find N2 Flip for a reason. Let's take a closer look at this phone. This screen. So on the right, you have the unlock button, very handy for when you're just like wanting to check the screen. You get all info by swiping up, easy. So you get a lot of notifications on here. Swipe down gives you phone settings, and to the right, you have photos. You have all your other different widgets on here as well. I'm still hoping for more apps we can turn into widgets, but yeah, we'll see. We'll test that out later on in another video. This tiny screen is very, very responsive. It feels like it's a little phone screen altogether. I love that. Your two cameras on this side, and as you can see, it's also a very sleek phone. There's not really like any gap on there. Bottom of the unlock button is the volume rocker, and bottom of the phone gives you your SIM tray, USB-C port, speakers. You also have a clean other side, and then we have the hinge. I love this little detail. Do you see that? This is what the phone looks like when you unfold it. Again, it does stay at like certain angles. So you have that little click towards the end. So you can actually like flip it open, but it won't like fully open up until it reaches like that point. This is the purple, and it matches my nails perfectly. I love it. We get a glossy back and front. Now I will say, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but the black version of this looks good too. It's matte and it almost looks glittery. Of course, we're gonna take a closer look at that huge cover screen. That is a 3.26-inch screen. And well, with a 17.9 aspect ratio, that means you're getting a similar but tinier size screen as that of a phone. Now, can you imagine the possibilities? We're gonna get to that in a little bit. I mean, you know what they say about bigger screens? Well, more notifications or quick reply options. And then there's all the cute things you can do on this tiny screen too. Like, of course, you can switch out the wallpaper into your photos or GIFs, or even this really cute wallpaper pets thing that they put in. Right now, my little doggy is obsessed with his Flip, and I mean, me too. You even have a tiny customizable always-on display. Do I have to say it? I'm obviously a fan of the bigger screen. You guys know I've been on the Z Flips, and I've always wanted more real estate up front. This phone gives me that, and that means a lot more functionalities. Again, I just unboxed this phone like yesterday, so I'm still exploring. But the fact that it can already do more as is, I love it. The photo taking capabilities of this bigger screen though, so you can swipe right, get to photos, and so imagine just like propping your phone up like this and getting the best selfies, except you're using the better main cameras, and you can see the whole thing. You can even preview them through here, and of course, that's a vertical photo, and you can even shoot video this way, just so everything comes out horizontally. And then you have the portrait option up front here as well. So that's shooting with a cover screen, but with the cameras on flex mode, you can turn on cover screen. It gives you a whole preview of what the phone is seeing. You can also switch the camera screen to the lower area for weirder shooting angles. And of course, this hinge allows you to like go very, very low. And because of that, the angles of shooting, the possibilities are legitimately endless. Like I said, I've only had this phone for like a day or so, and these are the ways I've already used this form factor to get good shots. Now let's talk about the phone unfolded this time. That's so satisfying. So when we unfold the phone, okay, let's do that again from the front this time. When we unfold the phone, you get this normal size device, and this is what that crease sort of looks like from the side. Again, you still sort of see it, but that's almost flat. I'm pretty impressed by how the screen feels. So with this new flexion hinge, Oppo claims that it can do 400,000 times of folding and unfolding, which they say, according to their announcements, mean 100 times a day for the next 10 years and more. So of course, being the little fact checker that I am, I did the math. Can't believe I'm saying that. I'm not very good at math. So a year is 365 days, and we're multiplying that by 10 because it's 10 years. So that's 3,650. And they say that you can do 100 times for this number of days. So I'm gonna multiply it by 100. That's 365,000. So yeah, you get a little bit more folds and unfolds for the next 10 years for 100 times per day. In terms of cameras, this phone reps a 50 megapixel main shooter, an 8 megapixel wide, and that's beside the cover screen. Then there's a 32 megapixel selfie camera when you unfold the phone. And of course, this is powered by Oppo's Silicon X, which supposedly means 4K Ultra Night video and 4K HDR video. Of course, we'll be testing that out in a little bit. Stay tuned for the next video. And finally, this phone also reps that Hasselblad partnership. Now, this phone is powered by a MediaTek Dimensity 9000 Plus with a 4,300 mAh battery and 44 watt Super VOOC charging. And that was our first look at the Oppo N2 Flip. Let me know what your questions are. Let me know if you're as excited as I am about this phone. Again, you guys know that I am all for the clamshell form factor, so this is something that I've been waiting for so long. Another clamshell device has entered the market, and it's bound to make things a little bit more exciting, and that's always better for us who love this form factor. Of course, like I said, I am in London for the global launch, and I will be vlogging with this phone, so stay tuned for that video. If you want to know how I use my tech on a daily basis, find me online. That's LAZADA_ on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Until next time.